Hey, what's going on, guys? That was Trouble Always Inbound again. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. What's going on, Dr. Nick? I had some avocado in the guacamole on my lunch today. Does that count as my daily avocado? Saw you asking about that. But yesterday's Surgeon Simulator stream was really good. As much as it hurt to do, I did unlock a whole bunch of keys to give away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Surgeon Simulator 2 keys and 2 keys for I Am Bread. So if people are interested in getting those, I made a post in the announcements and info section of my Discord, letting people react, and I will give them away either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how many people sign up. I may have to do a random number, but so far, it looks like there are 2 people who want I Am Bread keys and 5 people who want Surgeon Simulator 2 keys, so as of right now, everybody can get what they want, but we'll see if that continues. God, I need to stop looking at Discord while I stream. Anyway, I have a game today, which who posted about it in Discord? Let's see. Gaming chat. It was Vermilion posted about it. Golf Club Wasteland. Just so happens that one of the places that I look for keys to play games had it there. So here we are. This is a copy that was given to me, as is required for me to disclose. I don't think I'm really supposed to do anything else. You can check it out on Steam. It's $7.50 right now. It's on sale, 25% off. So if you're interested, after seeing some gameplay footage, I'm sure the devs would be thankful to have people get it, but it is not a necessary thing. And yeah. What's going on? Is it not going to capture? Come on. There we go. Flashing images. Yep. There's your warning, just in case. All references to public figures and events are all fictional. Is there no audio? Why is there no audio? Oh, that's audio. There we go. Welcome to the Wasteland. I ran to the restricted area where the taxi ship landed. Don't let go. Oh, it didn't show the intro. Oh, come on. Anyway, the intro said that after Earth was being destroyed, everyone went to Mars, and tourists come back to Earth to play golf. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, that's the face I was making too, dude. Radioactivity. Usually a group would arrive. Press the right mouse button and drag to use the camera. Scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Okay. Oh, come on. There's a cow over here. Why is the cow's udders censored? Hopefully this music isn't copywritten either. I don't see a shot counter. Outskirts of Alphaville. It became my habitat to watch them play behind the fence. Alphaville. Some radioactive liquid. Be wary of water and other hazards. New diary entry unlocked. Hazy dreams. They wore protective suits like giant insects with jetpacks. Ah, here we go. Story mode. Play the entire Wasteland without pressure. In challenge mode, each hole is assigned a par value. You have to reach par under to progress. Yeah. 3-stroke. Oh no. Nope. The ball will self-destruct. Oh, that's kind of... Oh, that's cool. I did it again. Wait, it hit the bird.
Wow, what a way to start the show. Anna Churchin would take my hand, her sublime take on our wonderful project called Humanity. Beautiful. Plenty more to come into Soul's show, a show packed with stories and music to remind ourselves of where we are and how far we've come. Our first caller for the show calls it like it is, and was, a hard-hitting look back at the last days on Earth.
Welcome to Wasteland. My legs are numb. I'm too old for these trips. 54.6 million kilometers to play a game of golf. I share nothing else with these idiots from Tesla City. Outskirts of Alphaville. There's Alphaville. I should stop by Jean Luke's for a warm croissant and espresso. Did I see someone move on that fence? I'm starting to see things. Must be the shock of coming back.
My day started something like this. I check Reuters and my sheets. See if there's been a change in the fundamentals. See if the spread's up or down. And then when the clock strikes go, I'm
Burned
on the phone.
bridges. Once they spotted me
Could be calling some
and tried to hunt
commercial
me
shop in
down.
Bumble, Kansas, where little old Sue loves to know how my daughter's doing. Or I could be trying to get into the head of a powerful Russian who knows the world wants his phone number. That's when the psychology kicks in, and I go to work. If they pick up the phone, they're mine. That's the game. I started when I was 29, 30. My boss was a coked-up, perma-tanned moron who was wasted by lunch.
No.
More money than sense. Screaming at waiters because, you don't drink gin out of a glass like that. And Caesar salad is supposed to have 8 pieces. 8 pieces of chicken, you stunted fool. Stunted fool was his favorite insult. That's coming from a guy who was
8
5
pieces
foot
of chicken.
That was pretty much my life. 24/7.
Oh.
I traveled a lot. Meeting clients all over the world. The Amazon, the Gulf, Siberia, Central Asia, the States, Singapore, everywhere. Looking back, I can't claim that I ever would recommend that life, nor can I claim that I was ever really happy doing it.
No one knows the
It
way.
was fun.
I guess they thought I was
Talk
contaminated.
about your share of
Dangerous.
moments. There was this one girl.
Hey, thank you, Toxic.
Of Algiers and
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man.
With some sprinkle of
Golf in the Gulf.
a dancer, naturally. So pretty.
Can I get up there?
She'd turn a priest's head or give a nun a... Sometimes I wonder what happened to her. But we all had the same feeling. This can't last. And sure enough, we were right. First, you couldn't drink the water. Then you couldn't eat the crops. And pretty soon, we wouldn't be able to breathe in air. I remember looking at Emmy and wondering what kind of a future would she have. So I decided to do something about it. The Mars project was Plan B for planet Earth, which was most evidently... The family and I had already put down roots in Tesla City by the time the great catastrophe really hit. The corporation knew my contacts in the world of
How are you
drilling
doing
and
today?
refining would be useful.
Fox 62, alright?
So I adapted my skills to something more practical. Now we're all that keeps this little planet running.
Oh,
Those Martian chemicals for the battery banks. Martian cement for the buildings.
no!
My pure little Emma has a future. When somebody sits down and writes this all up for the history books, it might just be men like me they'll be hailing as heroes. It's men like me who saved humanity. Men like me who took us further than we ever dreamt possible.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Oh, some pretty heavy stuff. Reminds us that all kinds made it up here to Mars, but we're all in it together now.
Containers with
Main
contraband.
creatures of the
But this
world.
was strange. This one, he played alone.
You're a tight beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Music for the lost days of Earth.
Every morning I like to look at the sky. I whisper a word or two, and it glows right back at you. The smell of coffee and of bread. The news is
It's only Golf Club Wasteland, Golf Club Wasteland. What? Wait, what? What was that sentence? Yacht without a party. So I followed him. Oh no. Let's go in the house. Don't go in the pool. Oh, Teenage Wasteland. I see. That's supposed to go to the tune of Teenage Wasteland. No worries, it happens. Achievement. Why is there a gun? Oh no. Damn it. Did it last time too. That's like the worst spot to get it. Oh. Alright, I guess it's better to do that than it is to get it in the water. Yeah, I had the option of playing without a stroke limit, but I feel like it's nice to have it. Cat Taiwa in the fields? I don't know Russian. Let me tell you the story.
You're home away from home. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Creatures of the world, now that's attracted takes us back. Stefan Milenkovic, pining for blue skies, us musing on the games we play.
No.
Just a reminder that until further notice, there is a moratorium on all team leaders playing card and board games with their teams, following an incident over a game of Monopoly in Section C. All senior section team leaders will convene for emergency counseling and anger management courses. Until then, there'll be no intersectional board game tournaments and no games with groups larger than 4 people at a time per team. In the interim, teams are encouraged to take advantage of the half-ration special on OMAS, the delicious and relaxing drink that takes the edge off of everything.
Golf getting over it, yeah, kind of.
Our next caller, Yamil, takes us into her world of food, smells, sensuality, blue skies, and sings us a personal song to remember.
Histoire et mémoire. Le bon vieux temps. Source originale. Fable authentique. Espoir. Inspiration. Drame. Musique. Radio nostalgie de Mars.
Kovefef ideology. A few years ago, the weather became severe.
I have nightmares. I'm happy to be alive, but I knew many who deserved to live more than I did. But this is a radio program about nostalgia, not guilt. I've been nostalgic since I was 20, when I left Havana. In Europe, I felt different.
If I could have done that, you know, without taking the extra stroke, that would have been nice.
Mars doesn't. Where I come from, the smell of the ocean, mango, bananas, coconut, mama's food, ropa
No.
vieja, de la abuelita, el congris, la
The
yuca,
putting leaves something to be desired, I think.
the most beautiful sun of Malecon, the smell of my street when the rain falls. All of that make me into the person I am. So when I left, I grew stronger. I experienced the world, but forever stayed incomplete. So now I'm double nostalgic. We were full of life, laughing on warm nights under blue sky, touching each other. The air filled with the smell of sweat from dancing with a Orquesta Aragon playing from an apartment. Now, the only way I can feel this scent is by singing. ¿Cómo fue? No sé decirte cómo fue. No sé explicarme qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré. Fue una luz que iluminó
Neon Lesson 3.
todo.
Starvation and epidemic spread.
Tu risa como manantial llenó mi vida de inquietud.
All the cows do have their udders blanked out. Weird.
Fueron tus ojos o tu boca.
Oh no.
Tus manos o tu boca.
Hey, thank you, music.
Fue a lo mejor la impaciencia de tanto esperar.
Good on, Scum.
Tu llegada, más no sé No sé decirte cómo fue. No sé explicarme qué pasó. Pero de ti me enamoré.
Migrant Motel. We were without food and water. We were without food and the water made us sick.
Story reminds us that life is
Ah,
so
nice.
much more than just base survival.
Hipster Pubes. What a name.
Well, living in space has always been challenging. and
Oh, they're
understanding
glowing. They're not censored. Oh, that makes much more sense.
needs no introduction. Oh, you
Ah,
know,
that ice cream sounded really good,
it's a
yeah.
classic.
Take a moment, relax, and remember with radio nostalgia from Mars.
Who's this? Oh, the cow ate it.
A Russian and an American work together in space. A very different sight from the Cold War arms race. Whether Kubrick or Tarkovsky, Solaris or 2001, Melville or Dostoevsky, Yassin or Jack London, two astronauts. argue
No! Don't eat it, cow!
values
Son of
and
a bitch.
international relations, two astronauts. Argue.
A bubble waffle. Huh, interesting.
Америка убила иракцев, убила Че, Аленда и Ламонда. Она убила корейцев и вьетнамцев, распространяя демократию. Don't get me started on Stalin and your talent to suffer under SARS. But friend, your history is long. You also inflicted scars. Two astronauts.
Achievement unlocked. 10th par.
Art, values and international relations. Two astronauts.
Ishmael and the albino giraffe. A privileged few escapes to Mars.
They speak in two tongues, but still for hours they talk.
In case of apocalypse, dial 1-800 help us God.
In their long
Can I break this? No.
same trail on their spacewalk.
Spoiler in?
Я скучаю
Ah.
по нему кофе в Москве. Сказал российский космонавт. Make my dog like in the sun. Said the American astronaut. Я скучаю по жене и дому. Сказал российский космонавт. Also miss my wife and just like Charlie the astronaut. Two astronauts argue about art, values and international relations. Two astronauts.
I gotta say, the music's been pretty good. I just really hope that it's original for the game and not copywritten. WC, my mother gave birth to an albino baby. Me.
Как прекрасна голубая земля.
Oh.
Из Роскосмоса. Indeed, search my friend with hope on a
Oh, I missed!
on a mission.
Oh no! Omas, pure clan, new in tube.
Two astronauts argued about art, values and international relations. Two astronauts argued.
Well, I just might as well fucking go over the stroke limit now. Look at this. What am I supposed to do here?
About art, values and international relations. Two astronauts argued.
Oh, come on. Is that a hole? I'm just gonna stroke out. No, you can't get into it. I don't know why it says strike limit, not stroke limit, but
Muzika iz starih dobrih dana. Radio nostalgija sa Marsa.
Anna Churchill and arguably the first interplanetary hit, Two Astronauts, an anthem to the Great Evacuation, and certainly one of our most popular requests. Speaking of requests, please follow Habitat protocols for sanitation. No liquids.
Elevator to nowhere.
in the main
She
bin.
died soon after the Great
Some
Catastrophe.
of you don't like it, but all water is recycled, so pee into the funnel installed next to your toilet, please. Speaking of pee and poop, we recently welcomed our first official little Martian to
What?
the colony.
What does that have to do with anything?
Caller Sophia tells us what it's like to be a new mother on Mars.
I'm so happy we moved to Mars. It was a project I funded from the very beginning. I knew it had potential and I trusted the amazing team working on it. As angel investors, my husband and I got early placements in the Ark ship. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to further human survival in our solar system.
Yeah, I was gonna go try and get into the basket, but I didn't want to spend that many strokes on it.
News. Just a week ago, we welcomed our baby boy into the world. Words cannot express how overjoyed we are at welcoming little Maxim. Putting him to bed reminds me of my parents. From our window here in the city, we can see the earth, tiny enough to fit in Maxim's hand. It pains me that my child might never experience the beauty of my home in the Hamptons. The nature, the close
18
farm,
strokes?
the old lighthouse, and the food, the houses of our friends, our evening parties, full of life compared to this barren, rugged terrain. I send my little Martian to sleep with a lullaby my mother sang for me. Thanks to these songs, I'm able to retain, at least on a rudimentary level, my mother tongue. She sang like this. Shushti, shushti, bambusolis, foret mo
Fucking sand trap. Oh. I think I gotta get through this. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's glass. Into the elevator.
Thank you, Sophia, for that uplifting news and beautiful song. Life always finds a way. Just as precious as a new life is the water that sustains it. You may have noticed that it doesn't rain here on Mars, so another friendly reminder that showers are strictly limited to 30 seconds each, with no exceptions. Corporate is looking into extending this time frame, but is meeting resistance from Section BC, who want lab rat urine to be excluded from the water recycling program, which would actually reduce allocated shower times to 27 seconds. Want to say in this? Join our sectional weekly meetings and vote while sipping on a relaxing tube of OMAS. Feels good, as it should.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Apparently there's a really big buff to a lot of the weapons in Payday.
High speed on the Autobahn, like spaceship around the sun.
ARs. I hear the shotguns got tweaked too. Some of them. Were they nerfed? I didn't read it as being nerfed. Maybe I misread it. But yeah, the ARs are pretty beefed now. Aphrodite with selfie stick. I lived with a pack of dogs, feeding on cats, rats, and bugs. Oh, very nice. No. Oh, interesting. All right, maybe I misread it then.
Passes quickly. It flies by.
A button? Rip. I want to push the button.
High speed on the Autobahn. Like spaceship Earth around the sun. Like a tiger's breath in a deep blue sea.
Fucking hell.
Passes like your thoughts of me. Make up 6 on a summer's day. Like an airplane on a runaway. Melts like ice cream in the sun. Doesn't fool anyone. Like a desperate man taking his chance.
Only art remains achievement. Alien boy.
Don't you blink, you'll miss the boat before it sinks. Sky passes quickly like bus like a bomb, like a child in the morning it will soon become. So hold the
Probably would have been worth it if you didn't take 90 shots to get there, you know what I mean?
time will come when nothing is left, 'cause life passes quickly. It flies by.
You're home away from home.
Dunked it!
Nostalgia from Mars.
Life passes quickly indeed. Another blast
Got
from
him.
the past, reminding us to savor each moment as it flies by.
Weltschirmens
Speaking of
on the
savoring
balcony.
things for health and well-being,
I haven't seen a human face for
just to
years.
remind you that the popping and fizzing noise your dried food makes when you're adding water is perfectly normal and does not mean it has gone off or is contaminated. The Health and Wellbeing Department would also like to take this moment to remind you to take your bone density pills twice a week now, as it was discovered the original dose is off by a factor of 2. Right, on with the show. Music and dancing have always been a mainstay of stress relief and letting
The
go.
cake is a lie? Is that portal graffiti?
Nova recalls her teenage clubbing days with vivid memories of awkward first kisses and a life-altering club experience invoking a philosophical epiphany.
Stories, memories, the good old days, original sources, authentic tales, hope, inspiration, drama, radiant nostalgia from Mars.
This is gonna prevent me from hitting it, isn't it?
So, when I was a kid in Vienna, in high school, we used to learn all the German poets, like best friends, Goethe and Schiller. But the first poet that actually spoke to me was Heinrich Heine. I knew a couple of Heine's poems by heart that are now buried somewhere deep in my mind. But one passage about burning books stuck with me. Yes, even till today.
Alright.
So, just to fast forward to college, just a couple of years before the Great Catastrophe, I was walking around Berlin with a group of friends coming from a house party. Phew, I still remember that apartment smelling of potatoes. Yes, because we always made pommes and drank schnapps before heading out. Yeah. And after that, I remember passing by Alexanderplatz on that very, very hot night. And next
Fack
to me was
Zach.
a guy I liked.
I believe that's what that
We
says.
kissed before, but I can't say I really remember that. Probably from all the drinking, or maybe he was just a bad kisser. But I can still feel this sticky, sweaty, and very ambivalent feeling of us holding hands. Yeah, anyways, we popped some pills and entered our techno church that, well,
Techno
now
church?
when I think back, I visited more often than my college. And I remember the beat in my chest and all these young bodies moving in this industrial space. I used to love dancing and counting beats in techno songs, but one song was very strange. It just went repetition.
All techno songs do repetition.
And this female vocal would creep out of nowhere. And then suddenly I felt very dizzy, so I sat on the ground and held my knees closely to my chest. It was some sort of like protective instinct. I was like an animal. And I felt cold sweat dripping down my neck. Ugh. And I'm sure my guy thought I was completely crazy. And then out of nowhere, the Heine lines clearly came to me. I sat there motionless, surrounded by the ugly, hypnotic, delirious atmosphere. And no effort to recall Heine's lines. They were just there, planted in my head. Wilde, düstere Zeiten dröhnen heran und der Prophet, der eine neue Apokalypse schreiben wollte, musste ganz neue Bestien erfinden. Und zwar so erschreckliche, dass die älteren johannischen Tiersymbole dagegen nur sanfte Täubchen und Amoretten wären. Die Götter verhüllen ihr Antlitz aus Mitleid mit den Menschenkindern, ihren langjährigen Pfleglingen und vielleicht zugleich auch aus Besorgnis über das eigene Schicksal. And yeah, 2 years later, I ended up here, on Mars.
That does bring back memories of university days and sweaty
Team Unlocked getting the
nights.
hang of it.
Earthly hedonism at its finest.
Squirrels of Alphaville. Until I stumbled on a group hitting an orange ball.
And reminds you, dear listeners, that Class A drugs are just as illegal here on Mars as they were on Earth. Okay, disclaimer out of the way, we actually have a surprise for Mirva. We tracked down that weird song in her head and dug it out of the archives for all to hear. Grab a tube of OMAS and enjoy the ride while sipping on pure calm.
The deepest tunes, the warmest memories. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Oh, it stole my ball. Fucking hell. I'm halfway done with my shots and I haven't even moved yet. Nice shot. I don't know why I can't just fucking split the difference. Same fucking spot, huh?
You're listening to Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Well, what can I say? No wonder that song got into her head. But with a little help from some friends, she pulled through. Another thing that can get into your head is living conditions here on Mars. Life up here on Mars can get a bit overwhelming at times, so along with a soothing OMAS drink, no stress, no fuss, it bears mentioning that wellness counseling is mandatory for all team members, regardless of rank or tenure. The wellness sessions are completely confidential and anonymous, but do remember that all conversations are monitored and recorded for security reasons, and you must have your ID badge and sectional access pass visible at all times. Okay, time for another story. Our last caller for Tussol's show is Francesco, who tells a haunting tale of his last days on Earth as the great catastrophe kicked into high gear.
Stories, memories, the good old days.
Oh,
original sources,
what a fucking Chad, dude.
inspiration, drama, radio nostalgia.
Look at all the golf balls he has. Achievement unlocked. The Little Hoarder.
An extremely humid summer. My parents would not let me out because of the floods in Italy.
Skyscraper
My father went
hopping.
outside.
These hazmat-clad Martians were collecting
Greenhouse
samples.
and vineyard. And my mother was a doctor. She read Italian fairy tales to me. I was very small, but I remember many
Jalapeno.
days when our neighbors would gather at our house and make plans. It rained heavily at night. They would only say to me, "Powerful people want to take my
Saudade.
grandfather's land." The one image stuck in my memory. It was daybreak. I woke up and I could faintly hear in the dark.
Oh, there's wind. Oh.
Only later I understood the history behind this song. Outside I saw men my father and mother, rifles in their hands. My father was crying and singing. I was at the door of the house. My mother turned and smiled at me, but it was a mysterious, confident smile. Cara moglie che tu non mi senti, raccomando ai compagni vicini di tenermi da conto i bambini, che io muoio col suo nome nel cuore. Of course, I had no idea where they were buried. Traditori, signori ufficiali, che la guerra
You're not gonna make it, but
avete voluta, scannatori di carne venduta.
Oh, how bastards.
E rovina della gioventù. Years later,
Oh no.
the Mars mission. In a way, the people who killed my parents found me in Italy and recruited me. Saved me, you can say. It is ironic, no? My parents fought for freedom. I cannot say I'm free here on Mars. They took my semen this morning for the population increase program.
What?
Here, on Mars, often in the middle of the night, I hear my parents sing. Oh, Gorizia, tu sei maledetta.
Yeah, right?
Per ogni cuore che sente coscienza. Dolorosa ci fu la partenza e il ritorno per molti non fu. Oh, Gorizia,
They stole my DNA. Anyway, here's techno.
per ogni cuore che sente coscienza.
I don't know how you're supposed to do this.
Dolorosa ci fu la partenza e il ritorno per molti non fu.
What are you doing, bird?
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
The bird stole my ball. Bird ball. Oh, put it right in the hole. Oof. I like how it stops finally so we can putt. I think I'm gonna try and unlock all the diary entries and then read them all. Digi-dopamine. But along the way, they were also golfing and hunting. They were also golfing and hunting. I don't get why the balls get... I mean, is it because the ball's orange? It gets lost in the leaves? Oh no! Oh, what a fucking ripoff, dude. Wow. Alright, game, I see. I think it should be against the law for a mini golf to have traps that fail. If there is not a trap that works, you know? Yeah, I have to redo this one, I think. How's it looking? It's not too choppy, right? Oh, hello, bunny. You mean it couldn't have bounced out? I don't have encoding options either today. Well, last shot. Yeah, I wanted to do 1080 60 and let people choose what they wanted to do. That's a big spider. 720 60. You know, as a you know, let the machine undo it, do it, whatever. Look at this. Hang on a second. Look at him. Bastard. No, it's huge. The spider huge. He's just chilling over there. Look at him. Ugh. Yeah, they're friendly, except they all have the habit of fucking trying to come, like, touch me while I'm streaming. I'm not even joking. They always are climbing above me and, like, coming down on a web. Like, all the fucking time. Not even joking about it either. It happens so often. I don't care if they fucking stay, like, where I can't see them. Don't chill, like, next to me like that, you know? Get a pet frog? Yeah.
deepest tunes, the warmest memories. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show. It's been a real journey. Music, stories, and memories. Radio Nostalgia from Mars has it all. If you want to be involved,
Very good wind.
Have a story to tell, a memory to share, contact us via the usual internet channels and leave a short message outlining your contribution. Once your story idea is vetted and greenlit by corporate, we'll track you down to organize a time to record you. Please note that not all stories are accepted, and we are not permitted to give out criteria, so stories and ideas are submitted at your own risk. A big thank you to our show sponsor, Hmantheawsome, the no stress, no fuss drink for the ultra elite. And a big thank you to corporate for allocating us this precious time and their resources on this tight beam to you.
Fuck.
I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been a pleasure to take your hand. We're playing out with Crowded in My Mind, a song that always reminds us that no matter how cramped and stuffy we feel, in the end, there is always a breath of fresh air in memories of blue skies.
Muzika iz starih dobrih dana. Radio Nostalgia sa Marsa.
I gotta do all this in 4 more strokes? How do they expect you to do this in 20 strokes? The pipe near the start fucking dumps you into the leaves and you lose. I'll show you when I inevitably restart in a few moments. No. One more stroke and I had a chance.
Crowds in New York, crowds in Berlin, crowds in Tokyo, Paris, London, Shanghai, Belgrade, Rio, Bombay, Mexico City, Moscow. Crowded on the screens, crowds
Ready?
on the phones, crowds in the papers, crowded sounds in the wind. It's crowded on Mars.
Go in! I wonder if it depends on how quickly... Maybe that's the issue. Oh, it does! That's the fucking issue. Why would that be preserved? Achievement unlocked Wii. That's been the issue. If you hit it hard into there, it comes out of there hard. That makes no sense. Well, I'm gonna have one shot if I do this right. Nope. Well, give another shot, huh?
Crowds in the papers, crowded sounds in the wind. It's crowded in our minds, so crowded in
There needs to be a quick restart button. Yeah, see, that's what it did every time I shot it in there.
Please stand by for next transmission.
No, go in.
Please stand by for next transmission in 30 seconds.
Please stand by for the next transmission.
Please stand by for next transmission in 20 seconds. In 15 seconds. In 10 seconds. In 5 seconds. In 1 second.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Yate, all you Martians out there, welcome to another edition of Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Plenty of great stuff coming your way on Soul Show. You know, a bit of that old Terran flavor, some more stories from our beloved callers, and news and views from around our base out here among the stars. Like I said, your tight beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Feel easy, kick back, and reminisce.
What's going on, D-Frag? I just been golfing. Oh, shit. Golfing, listen to radio, etc. I'm gonna have one shot if I don't mess up. Again. Nope, already messed up. Well. No, this music is in the game. It's the in-game radio. Nostalgia from Mars is the channel name. I believe, or Nostalgia Radio from Mars. No. This is a mini golf game, or I guess really large scale golf. I don't know, where the Earth is destroyed and everyone's living on Mars, but people come back to Earth to play golf. Damn it! Yeah, I don't know if you could call it mini golf, to be honest, but Yeah, interesting premise. It gives them a good backdrop for creating, you know, destruction, so they can do anything they want, kinda. That's going out. I don't like this mechanic where you have to enter the pipe gently. Oh,
Kicking off the show with a club classic, Proto 2021, a long-lost Earth Day anthem recently discovered in the archives here on Mars. That should take most of us back to the days when Mars was nothing but an evening star in the sky, and large social gatherings were still normal and carefree. Speaking of carefree, look out for 3 new OMAS flavors, pink, green, and yellow. Pure calm.
Oh, I read that as clam last time. It's calm. That makes a little more sense. Why do they have clams on Mars?
As always, we've collected some stories from our beloved callers, and up first is a young man who might just be the luckiest one of us all.
События, воспоминания, старые добрые времена, оригинальные источники, подлинные истории, надежда, вдохновение, драма, радионостальгия с Марса.
I nearly missed the boat to Mars. I mean, the rumours about something big happening in Alphaville had been floating for a few years, and of course it was impossible to separate fact from fiction. At that time, I barely made it through insurgent territory to this floating ghetto about an hour away from Alphaville by motorboat. I won't go into detail, but the crew I ran with bribed an outpost guard to go have a really long piss, where we used his comms to access their infranet. Their information turned out just as distorted as ours, but we found one channel that changed everything. Some bright spark in Alphaville had made color-coded spreadsheets of shipping data a monkey could understand. Imports into Alphaville were off the charts.
This might be it.
Zeroed out completely.
I got 3 shots.
Nothing was coming out, even on the black market, which incidentally was fully accounted for, meaning it had to be sanctioned all along. So we knew something was up. Of course, Alphaville media spun this situation heavily. The insurgents were blamed for everything, disrupting supply lines, stealing aid, and so on. But it was really Alphaville stockpiling on a scale unseen in modern history. What tipped us off that they were planning to Earth is what they were stockpiling. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Specifically, dinitrogen tetroxide and hydrazine.
Rocket to Mars, and they turned on the neon signs around Alphaville.
They're easy to store, but they're highly toxic and require careful handling. Which
Asa?
is another gruesome discovery. The covert shipping and dumping of bodies. A lot of bodies. There were so many that some of those bodies had started washing up in our neighborhood. So toxic, even scavengers stayed away. Coincidentally, it suddenly became much easier to get a multi-day work pass into Alphaville. We were so hungry and focused on other resources, we didn't make the connection. We assumed the workers were skipping on the visa. In fact, I was planning to do the exact same thing. So actually, I lucked out. I'm a small guy, and Alphaville was so strapped for labour at that point that I was given an on-screen pass. And ended up in
I have to land on that one.
Moving enormous containers into storage with mechanical suits, but it didn't fit them. So I was just given a scanner instead and told to scan serial numbers all day. It was very hard to breathe, so I traded for a spare hazmat suit from a drunk guard and put it on. Not unusual at all to hang out all day in a hazy. Technically just walking outside required one those days. That's what saved me twice. Whew, I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but those containers were the rocket fuel, and in no way was it being stored.
What fruit is that?
All those guys died.
Twice bitten apple fruit?
Withered to skin and bone. nasty stuff.
Oh, really?
Again, it was all
Why can't I go through that?
Hell, we were all skin and bone at that point. We just assumed everyone was starving. I only got onto one of the last ships up to Mars because I was in a hazmat suit and holding that scanner, which I think had stopped working within the first days of my assignment. I never told anyone, and no one ever asked. I guess I was confused with security or something. All I remember is being yelled at, rushed into a shuttle, and then everyone patting me on the back and calling me Scully, the name embedded in the biometrics of the suit. I never saw my crew or the sky again.
Well, this one's scuffed already.
Wow, what amazing luck to be in the right suit at the right time. Just goes to show, dressing appropriately for the job can really go a long way. Speaking of dressing appropriately, here's a Mars fun fact. Despite an average temperature of well below minus 80 degrees centigrade, if you step outside without a suit on, you won't freeze to death, your blood will boil. That's due to the low atmospheric pressure outside. So please maintain your suits properly and follow decontamination protocols strictly at all times when returning from extra habitat activities.
No contraband. All personal items will be confiscated.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Right. How about a 21st century love song remixed for the 22nd? Who's watching who? Espionage or true love? I guess we'll never really be quite sure.
I got the hazmat suit on. We're all good. This is anti-radiation. Got 2 strokes left. Oh, that's true. It did show my bones. Maybe it was a guess as to where my bones are. Oh, no. It was 19, not 20. Oh, shit. I thought I had one more stroke. I like the fake wow and flutter as well. Nice touch. Yeah, it's really well done. What's even in it? I have no idea. It's a jetpack. Oh, it was like half an inch in there.
The agency can see no place for us to hide. No
Asa.
left to be.
Your home away from home. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Ah, Surveillance Love Song, an oldie, but a goodie. Sophie Jazz reminding us that love remains as complicated as ever.
Reminds me of FTL a little bit, yeah.
Your home away from home. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Now, as much as we appreciate our regular callers, there is one person we would really love to hear from. A man many of us owe our lives to. Our national hero, the Mars mission pilot, who brought us here safely so many years ago.
What are we waiting for?
Believe it or not, he finally made it back to Earth. After all these years, his dream finally came true. As we all know, he's had a very difficult time adapting to life here on Mars. We all have, just not in the public eye like him. So Charlie, this is Radio Nostalgia from Mars, personally reaching out to you. Charlie, we'd really appreciate it if you took some time to share a bit of the atmosphere from Earth with us. I'm sure many of our listeners are eager to hear your thoughts on being back. Just speak into the mic in your helmet.
Sounds about
a few
right,
recorded
yeah.
words. Anything.
We're zooming in. Why'd I take my helmet off?
Well, it's worth a shot. I know he's the biggest fan of Radio Nostalgia from Mars, and he's probably listening now from a rooftop somewhere in Alphaville. So stay tuned to see if he responds. But to be honest, I don't think we'll be hearing from him anytime soon, sadly.
Am I dying?
Oh well, who can blame him?
The kid's gonna kill me.
Let's not spoil his moment any longer. Continue our own trip down memory lane.
Algorithms and genetic profiling. On the subject of complications, the Mars Time Conglomerate has asked me to mention that even though a Mars sol is 40 minutes longer than a day on Earth,
Guido's scaffolding. This time I was less afraid. I watched the golfer from the bushes.
so every second, minute, and hour across all systems and devices are 2.7% longer by design. I know it's confusing at first, but just keep time as usual. For all practical purposes, we live a 24-hour day up here, just like we did on Earth.
Slušajte Radio Nostalgiju sa Marsa.
Okay, on with the show. Well, we've had a few requests for some classical music, and boy do I have a double treat for all you classical
I clicked that
and
by
vinyl
mistake.
lovers out there. A genuine record playing off an actual record player on loan from a dedicated RNFM fan. So grab a tube of OMS, sit back, and enjoy some chill,
True.
classical vibes
Not dead.
with that warm vinyl sound right here on Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
I wonder if maybe this was released in parts. No, but it's pretty new. Oops. No! Fall off! Fall off! Oh, thank God. Oh, there's the hole. How would you even get it in there? Yeah, he does it like every time I do it too. It's like really well programmed. Oh no! Too much. I just want to do it. I was hoping I could get like a hole in one, but I guess you can't. I guess the closest would be a hole in two, but... Fuck it. As long as I hope I remembered that I got it appropriately before. Oh well. Just let me go to the next hole. Do I have to do it again? It does. There was a Mars mission pilot during the Great Catastrophe. Tower of Babel. Third World Organic.
Take a moment.
I wonder if there's an
Relax
achievement for turning on all the
and
signs.
Remember, with radio nostalgia from
Yep. Everything must go achievement. Oh. Yeah, that would be a no-go. Why didn't I wait? I'm gonna time out anyway. Strug out anyway. Fucker! It keeps doing this to me. We like the party. We like the party. Oh, wait, wrong song. Powered by Loot Box. Stroke limit, of course. We like the party. We like the party. We like the party. We like the party. Fucking, that's gonna be stuck in my head forever. Got that fucking old grandpa stuck in my head. That's what I got. Let's see. Yeah. This one. Let's see if it loads properly. Look at him go. We like party. We like party. Oh boy. We have to get it in or in the back? I don't know which one's mine. Custom Spine Lab. Oh, yeah. So that's what I need right now.
From neoclassical to electronica, we really do have it all here on Radio Nostalgia from Mars. First we heard an original vinyl with music from an unknown composer, lost to time, I'm afraid. All I can say is it's a white label test pressing found in a recycling bin with just the word Aftermath written across the label. After that we got the blood pumping with an upbeat tune from Polytet AD. And their classic tune,
Atlas shattered, but he hated his new life, and he was lonely on the Red Planet.
Exercise is mandatory. No groans, no bones. And mental exercise is just as important, so get on down to your local rec center for a dose of mentally stimulating team activities and some delicious OMAS. Okay, on to our next caller for the show.
There's a pipe here.
Money reminds us that one person's pleasure is another person's pain, and that we might not all relax in the same way to the same things.
Over there.
I go back in a heartbeat. Tesla City is unbearable. As far as I'm concerned, this promised land is anything but a dictatorship without oxygen. All these daily routines and protocols about everything we took for granted on Earth were so exhausting. Is it safe to take off your hazmat to breathe?
No.
Is the water distilled from all our urine really safe? And exactly what behavior will trigger a social credit demotion? Not to mention, every sneeze is suspect. The whole dome has to be sanitized if someone even sniffles. You'd think we figured it out during the pandemics. I know social distancing up here is impossible, but how freaking difficult is it to keep your hands clean and just not sneeze on stuff? Anyway, maybe that's humanity in a nutshell. After all, we walked on the moon before really learning to walk on Earth. I digress. I just want to say that the effort put into maintaining basic life functions in this state-of-the-art society outweighs the benefit.
It only took me 6 billion strokes. It's not even worth it anymore.
Use your head, can't you? Use your head. You're on Earth. There's no cure for that.
What weird game audio, yeah, right?
Without an endgame.
That would never happen here.
Regardless of what our de facto overlords claim.
And then I fucking squandered it. Good.
Ironic that the only thing we managed to export culturally onto another planet is a Silicon Valley brand of Protestantism. Sorry for rambling. Anyway, I called into the program to share some Earth sounds I captured. I'm sure listeners of RNFM who suffer from nostalgia like me will
Good.
appreciate that.
Perfect.
In the
Now I can restart in
meditation
peace.
room, we can listen to the light sounds of the Tuscan country, the olive grove shores of Kefalonia, the blue Danube below the Schwarzwald. I went to the meditation dome a few times, but just like yoga, I can't stand it. Simply, I don't miss nature at all.
Well, I mean, it's
I was
supposed to be a
never
radio.
nature person, never really liked hiking.
Not
or
necessarily a soundtrack to the game, you know what I mean?
miss the city. This whole predicament started because we mixed with wilderness in the first place. This bullshit about Mother Nature sugarcoated the fact that maybe we were
I like how it's changed bullshit to nonsense on the
ourselves
captions.
and the wild. And now we're demoted from Earthling to miserable
Shit.
Martian status.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. I'm gonna take 9 strokes to get into the fucking thing.
Into texts I brought along, I drink that horrid canteen coffee and listen to urban sounds I recorded 15 years ago, mostly in New York and London. Here are some of my favorite sounds. Here's the sound of
Oh,
a
come
bicycle on
on!
the street.
Lotus Pocus, very nice. I ran out of iced tea too.
And the sound of the bustling city in the morning, a call and response of cars and birds.
No, I did it again. I thought it would bounce off the thing. I don't know why.
As a group of street performers play the boombox and do tricks.
Oh, it doesn't even go anywhere. It just goes down. Okay.
A kettle going off and the smell of Turkish coffee.
She seems confused about the word coffee. Let's try this again, huh?
And for some reason, I'm obsessed with the sound of the New York MTA.
The next stop is 59th Street. This is so dumb. I don't know why I'm just like failing to play mini golf anymore or actual golf. Maybe that's why. I think I'm playing the wrong game.
Entspannen Sie sich und erinnern Sie sich mit Radionostalgie vom Mars.
Maybe I should play Mario Golf instead after Mario Tennis. I don't know if I'm interested in too many Nintendo sports games. No, I don't know. I would consider it, but I don't own it. I'd have to buy it. There we go. 5, hopefully, strokes. What a difference. No, I'm still... that's still on the back burner. I have too many games on the back burner right now. What did I say about 5 strokes? I meant 6. Huxley was right. The pilot was sad because he didn't save his family. Yeah, all the reviews I saw about it said it was like, eh. Turbo folk. Is that a genre? I like how it's taking the piss out of itself. It's a repetitive song which just says repetition. Was it always there? No, I just edited it. Oh, I hit the beam! Fuck. No, I turned it off and turned it back on. I turned it back on when we entered the club. Oh, so you can only break through one way. All right. I figured you could break out of the glass since you could break down into it, but I guess not. Hyper loopy. Oh, get it? Damn it, I was trying to stay on the roof. Did it say cyber beans? Cyber beans. I'll clap for myself for that one. Oh, goodbye music. Underground. He was full of guilt and nostalgia. Oh, here's where the bitcoins are stored. Well, in case you all want to know where you mine bitcoins, Oh my god, I'm already 4 strokes in. I haven't gone anywhere. What's over here? Oh, a deer. H2O Institute. School of Water. Why can I fly through that fine and I can't glide through it? Oh, shoot through it. We're about 2/3 of the way through, it looks like. Are you mining coins? He drank himself to sleep on wine distilled from toilet water. Ugh. I wonder if there's like an achievement for breaking it open or something. It's making noise. I guess not. There's no music at all now. Damn it. Oh no! Oh, after all that. So I can't touch those. I say as I immediately go into them. Finally. All right, I gotta make it here. Yeah. Fossil under Eiffel. Through connections at Golf Club Wasteland, he went on a solo trip. There is no music. Do not feed Ursula. Dinosaurs. Oh, oops. We're underground. There's no radio underground, remember. That's the law. We're gonna go up here. Yeah. Yep.
Why did we stop?
There's a kid.
We didn't.
Are those explosive barrels? Oh, God. Is it going to eat me if I fly past? No, it only wants to eat the ball. Okay. Got him. Just a platform game. You see, in Tesla City, they don't have gravity like here. Parallax view. Very, very, very nice. Oh no. What does the button do? Is it going to push it off? Push it off into the button. I like how it moves for me, but not for the ball. What, that it goes up? No, I was supposed to... God damn it. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Got him. What's the half-life of uranium? But a pilot had other reasons. He wanted to revisit the planet. Oh no. Why is there so much... I don't know what it is in real life. No, stay. What? It fucking jumped. Five levels left. By kids for kids. Clouds, plants, animals, ruins. It was beautiful and sad. Then maybe we'll do a pass and do the extra diary entries before we read them. Most courses I've gotten the extra diary entry. It's just a couple I didn't. Medium is the message. 401 unauthorized access. Isn't that a web code, not a IRL code? Oh, weird.
Thank you, Manya, for sharing both your thoughts and your favorite sounds with us. That MTA recording actually got me digging into my proverbial record crate because it reminded me of this old track from my DJing days back on Earth called Tokyo 320, a minimal tech house homage to life in the commute and traveling while standing still. Wonderful stuff. Not so wonderful, though, is a spate of ecoplastic stockpiling occurring in sectors 7 through 12 after rumors of a pending shortage. Guys, ecoplastic items are freely dispensed at conveniently located kiosks around Tesla City, so there's simply no need to hoard any ecoplastic items. In fact,
Ecoplastic or ecoplastic?
3D printers of the recyclable material they need to make them freely available. So your stockpiling is kind of defeating the point of renewable resources. There's a 14-sol grace period to return all parts not in use. No questions asked.
Not gonna be able to make it. This box is in the way.
Besides, however much you hold on, it's just one thing you can't stockpile.
Twój dom daleko od domu. Radio Nostalgia z Marsa.
Stockpiled on water, stockpiled on soap, stockpiled on blankets, stockpiled on coal.
Speaking of stockpile, I want some iced tea, man.
Stockpiled on rivals, stockpiled on base, stockpiled on sardines, stockpiled on wine, stockpiled on rum, but I cannot stockpile on love, stockpile on love, stockpile on love, stockpile on love, stockpiled on books, stockpiled on gas, stockpiled on toilet paper, stockpiled on meds, stockpiled on butter, stockpiled on toast.
Fuck.
Stockpiled on silver, stockpiled on gold, stockpiled on bourbon, stockpiled on scotch, but I cannot stockpile. Stop by the moon. 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 Stop by the moon.
Katerina Payak there, reminding us that all the good things in the world are no substitute for love. So, if you've recently matched with someone via our repopulation program and you've received a date for your first meetup, don't forget to add it to your mandatory diary. There does seem to be some confusion about scheduling based on the new double month standard, but it's really quite simple, guys. There are now 24 months in our year, and there are 2 of each month, January 1 and January 2, February 1 and February 2, and so on. Each month is now 28 sols long, except for every 6th month, which is 27 sols long. I hope that clears up the situation. Any further queries, in writing please, can be submitted directly to the Mars Coalition for the simplification of the Martian calendar. So, from trains and city soundscapes to rhythms born out of hands and feet, water and drums, we continue our journey into the past, into our collective memories of Earth, a celebration of sound as music, music as sound, and voices that carry us into the stars.
He wanted to breathe in the air, but kept his hazmat suit
In
on.
that vein, a friendly
Cotton
reminder that
candy
silence
grass.
is deadly. If you hear nothing, please report it.
Oh, I thought said science is deadly. Like, I mean, I
Kept
guess.
alive. Speaking of keeping us alive, 2 equals 1. Duplicates are not spares, people. Everything on Mars is duplicated for
Go on, Matt.
security, so please do
Keep
not
an eye on your personal belongings.
If something breaks, head directly to the spares and parts department in Sector 5 to submit your report and apply for official replacements.
Rip. Oh God. Guess it all depends on which platform game you want to play, huh? Apparently I'm playing the lower one. Fuck. I mean, it sort of is. But not quite. More golf. Four shots left. Three. Two. Last shot. Putting's the hardest thing about this game. Oh, thank God. I missed the diary, the second diary note, though. Ruins of neo-futurism. Sensing he was being followed, he looked around. Trying to go look around. 2038, end of time. Brexit Ochian. Wait, what? I don't know. You can form words in your own mind. God damn it. Under the stairs, though. What am I gonna do under the stairs? Under the floorboards. No, why did that? Every time I putt, it goes 2 inches, and then I do that, and it just flies off the screen. Let's see if I can thread the needle here. Why didn't it go on the stairs? Are the stairs hit throughable? No? Question mark? Nice. Metro. But then the pilot saw me. Why is this surface so fucking bouncy? Every other surface I hit, the ball like rolls to stop immediately. This one just keeps going. This is gonna be a bastard to get through too, I bet. Yep. The sound of kids' footsteps. Hey. You could hit it above the ceiling? This fucking game sometimes, dude. Scroll credits. All something is pillowed to touch the sun. This sounds like not one level thoughts. Actually not included. Music. End of the course. High radiation ahead. Why high radiation? Please return to your caddy vehicle.
It's time for our last caller. A senior geologist at Tesla University gives us a slightly different perspective on ecology.
Achievement unlocked. Challenge complete.
At the South Pole.
思い出エピソードあの頃の記憶古き良き時代の話希望ひらめき出来事
Edge of the course, edge of the woods, and walked towards me outside the surveilled area.
The color of Earth conservation is
Get back here, little shit. There's that deer again. I've been playing a lot of golf too, man. He took off his helmet and showed his friendly face. Foolish, you think he knew the toxic environment would destroy him eventually. The taxi spaceship messaged it was leaving, but after years of longing for this trip, the pilot wasn't going to return. To die on Earth was better than to live on Mars. And he wanted to meet this pale mutant kid, so he stayed here with me on Earth. Now, I listened to his stories about the time before the Great Catastrophe. We rebuild the house. He taught me to read and write. He often coughs blood. I ask him if he wants to go back home. He smiles. I am home. There you go. Bug Hunter. Why is there a space before Bug Hunter? I like to submit a bug. Demagogue Studio. Golf Club Wasteland. Charlie's Odyssey. 1 out of 55. Is there more? Officially, I was a national hero. One of the Mars mission pilots. But I ended up as a glorified delivery boy. They just gave me something to do and stay away from the public gatherings in the Tesla City domes. On Mars, I delivered stuff from the Citizen Delight Center to Tesla City. Crash. Screech. Doom. The vehicle was so mangled. I could hardly drive it, and I couldn't focus. My mind was in permanent haze. Three, 2, 1, and liftoff. The last time I heard her voice was the countdown. She worked in the control tower during launching. I'll see you soon. Promise, we're in this together. Love you to the stars and back. Didn't they AASA? Is her logo on backwards? Because wasn't it AASA earlier, not ASAA? I'd like to submit a bug. I was supposed to return in a couple of years and evacuate all of Alphaville with these reusable rockets. But it never happened. But that never happened. I was betrayed, and in turn, I betrayed her. Not to mention, 99% of the world. As time passed on Mars, in my sad, bitter state, I became a walking reminder of broken promises, of false dreams. In their experiment, scarce on oxygen and gravity, I was a disturbance to the fragile public morale. So, I was appointed the position of a truck driver. I just couldn't participate in the sham of interplanetary humanity, as the Tesla City CEO called it. Instead, I drank myself numb with wine made out of this awful piss-recycled water. And this went on for years. Until one night, with the help from my only friend, pilot Sergey, I sneaked into the docking bay of Golf Club Wasteland and into the caddy ship. Later, Sergey? Is that it? Or is it Serge? Told me the CEO knew all along. On the last trip, a senior member of the club disappeared. In a way, they used me as bait for whatever dangerous creatures emerged on the post-apocalyptic Earth. The journey was long and difficult, but I was determined to return home. Entering the atmosphere was miraculous. Upon landing, I started sobbing. It felt like a new, transformed world, with scattered remains of our old illusions. The spider moved a few inches. With my jetpack, in my wobbly hazmat suit, I was a Martian, revisiting places I once used to take for granted. As you trailed me, I probably looked strange to you, roaming alone like that. Our industrial structures were now covered by nature's intricate veins, webs, and rhizomes, collapsing all our vain projects in a strong organic embrace. Beautiful and sad. People left outside of Alphaville perished in the great ecological catastrophe, and I'm responsible. Now, over their dead bodies, the ultra-rich citizens of Mars play golf. Always keep Ithaca in your mind. Eventually, I went back to the crime scene, the launch site of Alpha. I took off my helmet, and after all those years in a Martian lab setting, I took a deep breath of actual air. Then I sat in her chair in the control room. I ended up saving myself by playing the heroic part of the great pilot. It's exactly that self-serving faux self-sacrifice for highfalutin transhumanist salvation that brought us to the end. By then, I knew something or someone was following me. Huh? I was shocked when I saw a kid. After years of Martian authorities claiming no human form could survive on Earth, you show up. Joy. That's the only way I can describe how I'm feeling now. Joy. Kid, I'm getting hungry. You have to teach me how to catch those mutant fish. The environment is killing me. I don't have your immunity to this new world. Yet, I couldn't be happier. The end. Ah. Digital soundtrack, very nice. I got this for free, so I'm not gonna claim it. But Charlie's Odyssey is unlocked. Welcome to the Wasteland. I ran into a restricted area where the taxi ship landed.
In space, the majority of the Earth's surface is blue, with the remaining 20%.
This is the first hole here.
And of that land, deserts make up 1/3 of the land surface area. Sweeping burns of ochre, rust, and gold. Cream. Give me a break. Anyway, as a lifelong fight of sun and sand, I'm not up here.
Let's go try and unlock some of these journal entries, and we'll read the journal, all right?
Long expeditions into the desert, traversing dunes big enough to swallow entire towns in one sideways drift. Oh, to feel that oven-hot wind dry as a bone on my face. There's more dust in my veins than water, I can tell you that much. It astonishes me that people up here are oblivious to the fact that it's our understanding of living in deserts that makes life up here on Mars even possible. The early days of Mars habitation experiments took place in the Gobi Desert and in Hawaii on the side of a barren volcano. Not
Got him. Oh, there's only one diary here. Wait, what?
in the Okavango, you get me? What did the last tree?
Diary 1. Welcome to Wasteland. My legs are numb. I'm too old for these trips. 54.6 million kilometers to play a game of golf. I share nothing else with these idiots from Tesla City. Entry 2. Radioactivity. But here I am. So many lonely, guilt-ridden years have passed. Entry 3. Outskirts of Alphaville. There's Alphaville. I should stop by Jean Luke's for a warm croissant and espresso. Did I see someone move on that fence? I'm starting to see things. It must be the shock of coming back. 4. Okay, we gotta go to level 4.
Green. I knew it was over when those idiots deliberately tried to flood parts of the Sahara with one species of tree. I mean, come on. A publicity stunt by a French paper manufacturer with deeper pockets. And no one blinked an eye. It was meant to help, but the Sahara Tree Project literally poured salt into the wound. It started out well enough, but some unknown fungus wiped them all out, but not before they had sucked all the fertile phosphorus out of the sun blowing over the Atlantic, effectively salting the Amazon basin like an Italian grandmother making tomato sauce. And then there was no turning back.
Hazy dreams. I have to stay on the golf course. The corporation will be suspicious if I roam off. And a couple of golfers disappeared. Better stay safe. I'll break my neck on shipping containers with these mutant seagulls on drugs. Burned bridges. No one has the guts to say it, but we all know that half the Mars population is on those OMAS pills. People just can't cope. No one knows the way. I found a book. Keep Ithaca away from your mind. Constantine Cavafree, Ithaca. Containers with contraband. Regret is unbearable. They didn't let me go back for her. Perhaps I could have done something. Steal a ship and fly back. There's no excuse, really. We are always responsible. Yacht without a party. I know the person who owned this yacht. 9.
And apparently I'm not the only one. The recreation and relaxation
I wish it was a little bit easier to get to levels. You have to hit next level, and then pause, and then scroll to the right level.
observation deck that the sky on Mars is not blue, but salmon pink. So please bear that in mind when submitting your request to visit the outer domes. And also bear in mind that the waiting list is now double months long, so book early for the experience.
Right, I remember this level.
You're tight beamed to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Let's take
Did that last time too.
into the desert.
No. When I think about it, I don't want to go back to Mars. All my dead friends are here. My memories, my home. I'm more alone among the survivors than here. If I'm so important, they should let the hero of the Mars colony go back home and die peacefully. Oh, how many did I miss? 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay. Right. Damn it, why can't I get this? The monument to the revolution, sad and beautiful. We deserve the great catastrophe. Corporations brought politicians who brought voters bought politicians who bought voters who bought into the inevitability of war. In the meantime, these same corporations invested in Mars. Now they have a clean slate on Earth. Neon. When I was a kid, I thought the building was an ugly piece of brutalist modernism named after a communist company. Later, they renamed it after some post-communist tycoon. Now I love it. Naming is important. They named the new capital Tesla City. Not sure Nikola Tesla would have approved, given his history with despicable businessmen. Migrant Motel. Is that an albino monkey behind the fence? Arc de Triomphe. From Napoleonic bloodsheds to my sex-fueled college semester in Paris. Liberty, equality, fraternity. A cow's udder is neon pink. Ishmael and the albino giraffe. Another damp, crumbled book. It's a wicked world in all meridians. Herman Melville. Moby Dick. A taxi driver said to me once in LA, "Don't move here. There's no culture and there's no love." WC. Sanitation is much more complicated issue than we expected before we moved to Mars. Bowels say more about a civilization than lofty proclamations. I make wine from my own recycled piss. Elevator to nowhere. I loved basketball. My dad showed me clips of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, so I incessantly tried to learn the hook shot. I have a strange sense someone is following me. Just hope the stories about roaming mutants are not true. 16.
Well, that brings us towards the end of this particular show. I hope you've enjoyed
Oh,
our
right.
geological excursion into the past. From music to stories and memories, Radio Nostalgia from Mars has it all. If you want to be involved with RNFM, have a story to tell, a memory to share, contact us via the usual intranet channels and leave a short message outlining your contribution. A big thank you to our show sponsor, OMAS, the no stress, no fuss drink for the ultra elite.
I'm gonna get some bubble tea today, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Time and their resources on this tight beam to you. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been an absolute pleasure to share this time with you. We're playing out now with some uplifting melodic techno to remind us to always look onwards and upwards. We may have traded blue skies for pink, but don't forget, we still live and love under the same sun.
I think 3D, but I don't not like this one, you know what I mean? I heard that there's a shit more levels in What the Golf, and I kind of want to go revisit that sometime too. I'll stay up here, come on. I don't know if they're community-made levels or official levels or what, but someone said there was like another 100 or another 1,000 or something. Yeah, I really liked What the Golf. Oh no. Aphrodite with a selfie stick. Art and museums were my refuge, and bookstores, and espresso. That May in the Palazzo was one of the finest days of my life. She and I were drunk on wine. That evening, we sat in front of Verone's feet of the House of Levy. Weltschmerz on the balcony. She leaned over on the balcony, in her white shirt, sipping on morning coffee. I took her from behind, okay. La Bahome played from the laptop. Weltschmerz and fresh bread were in the air. The Alex Anderpaltz Tower was still standing. Squirrels of Alphaville. We went on our first date here in the park. I can't believe I'm back in Alphaville. When I was still in college, I had my first internship at Silicon Valley. Unpaid, of course. Skyscraper hopping. Whoa, it's so windy up here. I can see where my apartment used to be from here. Oh, FOMO was the hippest bar in the city. Number 20.
Due to limited bandwidth, this transmission will repeat.
I like the name Butt Charity. That's a good one. That's a really good name.
Due to limited bandwidth, this transmission will repeat in 30 seconds.
What did I say? 19, 20? I think it was this one.
Due to limited bandwidth, this transmission will repeat in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
In 15 seconds.
In 15 seconds.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. In 1 second.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Hello all you Martians out there. It's your turn, fix foot soul, with a bit of that old world flavor. You're tuned to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Breathe easy, kick back, and reminisce.
Take my hand, explain to me this that we shouldn't be sad when we think of the road ahead. Take my hand, don't let go. I know we won't get lost. Oh no.
Yeah, this is a bitch and a half of a level.
Don't let go. The signs are fake and the maps are false, but we must go. Whisper directions through our keys as we drift through this metropolis. Take your earphones off and listen to me, and I'll guide you through this cacophony. People talk, but they've nothing to say. Why would anyone
Don't think I can make this.
know the way?
Oh, no.
Take my hand, don't let go. I know we
Yeah, it's an interesting concept, I guess. A good story behind why Earth would be all broken down and all that, and why you're here golfing.
don't let go. The signs are fake and the maps are false, but we must go on.
Nice. Digidopamine. As far as I'm concerned, it became clear that the only collective somnambulist delusion would destroy us when Digidopamine became the most successful internet company on the planet. There's the launching site in the distance. Rocket to Mars. Back at the Alphaville Aeronautics and Space Administration, Alphaville's not-so-covert collaborator in the evacuation, oh my god, mission. There's the control room, her workstation, and her chair. Painful. What is there to say? Guido's scaffolding. From this vantage point, through the milky fog, ruins look like the remains of an experiment. The painting, Wanderer Above It, the Sea of Fog, embodies the sublime in romanticism. The image of today, a hazmat-clad astronaut standing above radioactive landscapes with broken neon signs. Tower of Babel. They didn't expect that starting a new life in the horrendous condition on Mars would be so difficult. They were planning life on Mars and never really tried to save life on Earth. Illustrious leaders with the emotional maturity of 12-year-olds. And here I am, the Earth turned into a monument to stupidity. Atlas shattered. From No Child Left Behind to all humanity left behind on Earth, we all lived a lie and accepted it. Until one day, drinking water got too expensive. A straight line connects Ayn Rand to our Mars colony. Huxley was right. Cute booklet. A principal characteristic of technique is its refusal to tolerate moral judgments. It is absolutely independent from them and eliminates them from its domain. Jacques Ewell, the Technological Society. Underground. This is the place where I'll mysteriously go missing. They'll give some bogus explanation why I didn't return. A slimy, slippery, chlorine-colored creature will swallow me in a gulp. What does chlorine look like? Are you also mining coins? Soap bubbles, financial bubbles, Earth is a bubble. I have years of diary entries here. It's a strange jumble of notes. Let's see what chlorine looks like. Is there a picture of actual chlorine? Oh yeah, look at this. It is green and chlorine-y. Thanks for zooming, Wikipedia. Glad we can figure out Zoom in 2021.
Strange business, probably not like you would.
So, I have years of dietary entries here. It's a strange jumble of
My day
notes.
started something like this.
Fossils, a fossil under Eiffel. This dinosaur above me lived over 70 million years ago. In comparison, human existence was just a brief excursion that ended in a private company's going to space. I saw the monster they call Ursula, a hideous beast.
Or I could be trying to get into the head of a powerful.
Just a platform game. I saw a rat big as a Trablent. I shat into my hazmat suit. First, they said nuclear will save us, then renewables. But then they settled on electric cars. How convenient and consumer friendly. We fought for the survival of economics, not our own. What's the half-life of uranium? Radioactivity by Kerftwick was the hymn of the tune of the century. Those synths should have played as the great catastrophe went down. In Tesla City, we only have radio nostalgia. That's my chunk of escapism. The only cultural content on Mars. But reception underground is very bad.
Meeting clients all over the world.
By kids, for kids. Craft, is that not what I said? Craftwork? Plush toys covered with radioactive moss. I should take one of these back to Mars for research. But I don't want to go back there. I'm staying. Another torn book. How would you know if you were the last man on Earth, he said. I don't guess you would know it. You'd just be it. Nobody would know. Cormac McCarthy, The Road. I said Kraftwerk? Oh, okay. 32. I remember this course. It was not good.
Sometimes I wonder what happened to her. But we all had the same feeling. This can't last. And sure enough, we were right. First, you couldn't drink the water. Then you couldn't eat the crops. And pretty soon, we wouldn't be able to breathe the air. I remember looking at Emmy and wondering what kind of a future would she have. So I decided to do something about it. The Mars project was Plan B for planet Earth, which was most evidently. The family and I had already put down roots in Tesla City by the time the great catastrophe really hit. The corporation knew my contacts in the world of drilling and refining would be useful. So I adapted my skills to something more practical.
Bonk.
Now we are all
Of
the
course.
quickest little planet running. Mining those Martian chemicals for the battery banks. Martian cement for the buildings. My pure little Emma has a future. When somebody sits down and writes this all up for the history books, it might just be men like me they'll be hailing as heroes. It's men like me who saved humanity. Men like me who took us further than we ever dreamt possible.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Wow, some pretty heavy stuff. Reminds us that all kinds made it up here to Mars, but we're all in it together now. And remain creatures of the world. You're tight beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Music for the lost days of Earth.
Oh my god, come on. I didn't mean to go that high up. No, I gotta do it in less strokes than that. Hello, hello, hello.
Wish that we had a sky. I whisper a prayer or two, but they bounce right back off you. The smell of eggs and hot concrete. The papers twist, the children sing. Pull them back, pale white sheets. The city wolves show their sharp steel teeth. Hello, creatures of the world. Hello, creatures of the world. Creatures of the world.
Oh, I didn't know you couldn't go through that. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Creatures of the earth.
But they seem quite lost on you. The smell of sweat and blood from stone. The news is lost, the children gone. Enter the rat race, step out of home. Embrace
This is the last course I have to do.
skyless stone. Creatures of the world. Creatures of the world. Creatures of the world.
You're home away from home. Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Creatures of the world. Now that's
Why does it go so much lower than...
Stefan Milenkovic, pining for blue skies, us musing on the games we play. Just a reminder that until further notice, there is a moratorium on all team leaders playing card and board games with their teams, following an incident over a game of Monopoly in Section C. All senior
This one started
team
out.
leaders will convene
It's
for
so
emergency
good.
counseling and anger management courses. Until then, there'll be no intersectional board game tournaments and no games with groups larger than 4 people at a time per team. In the interim, teams are encouraged to take advantage of the half-ration special on Omas, the delicious and relaxing drink that takes the edge off of everything. Our next caller, Camille, takes us into her world of food, smells, sensuality, blue skies, and sings us a personal song.
Oh.
Histoire, mémoire, le bon vieux temps, source originale, fable authentique, espoir, inspiration, drame, musique, radio nostalgie de Mars.
I have nightmares.
Alright, come on, we can do this.
I'm happy to be alive, but I knew many who deserved to live more than I did. But this is a radio program about nostalgia, not guilt.
No.
I've been
It's like that spot is a magnet.
I was 20 when I left Havana. In Europe, I felt different. Each country has a smell. Mars doesn't. Where I come from, the smell of the ocean, mango, bananas, coconut, mama's food, ropa vieja, de la abuelita, el con gris.
Well, it was the last level I have to unlock the diary for, so if I could just do it in like 2 more shots, I should be okay.
When the rain falls, all of that make me into the person I am. So when I left, I grew stronger. I experienced the world, but forever stayed
Is it good?
complete. So now I'm double
Got
nostalgic.
him.
We were full
Cotton
of
candy
life,
grass. This pink flora is like phosphorescent moss with tiny tentacles. It's also nature, only a new form, a post-human form. Eye-popping, plastic pink environment. Ruins of neo-futurism. The corporation is fascist. They promised a great horizontal democracy, the new human. And look where all that blabber about progress got us. We're all oxygen deprived and psychologically scarred. Metro. I heard John got electrocuted in this part of the course. I'll go on after the kid. He might be the last human left on the planet. Alright, that's it. Let's go back to the main menu and see what else is there, but it would be nice if you could access this pause menu from anywhere. I like how they give you a radio signal. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done. Alright, well, I guess that'll be it. I don't have anything else for you. At least not today. It feels weird ending at 7:30, but I've also been streaming for 3 hours, so yeah, I don't think I have anything left to do. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I see you tomorrow with something new. I'm gonna go to the store and get some iced tea, so hopefully you guys have a good night. These interaction reminder things get weird, so I know you guys are smart people. You do what you want. I'll catch you later.